Okay, so today I'm going to show you what you need to do to turn in your portfolio and get it started. So let's get started with that. Okay, so I am in the assignment that Mr. Morales created about your portfolio. So basically, I'm going to go to Student View so you can see this. And this is how this assignment looks. He says click on the templates folder, and then you're going to choose which portfolio belongs to you. Of course, you're a high school student, so you are going to click on that and then right click and make a copy. Please do not use the one that is in here because that is like the main portfolio for all kids. Okay, so then it's going to look a little something like this. I'm going to show in my file location, and there's my copy. It will say copy of, so that's the one I'm going to click on to begin to work on. Okay, so once I start the work with this portfolio, the first thing he told me to do is change the name up here. So you are going to change the name up here to your name and CTE portfolio. Okay, so other teachers might ask you to do something else, but basically this is the way he wants it done, so make sure you read those directions carefully. If you notice, inside his class, he's got quite a bit of directions. You need to read them very carefully to make sure you do this correctly because this is a large percentage of your grade. So let's go back to my portfolio, which is right here. And the first thing he asked to do is to change the student name. So I'm going to change the name to my name, of course, if I could just spell it. Okay, so I can also change my font. So if I don't like that font, I can change the font. I have to highlight the font I want to change, and I can change it. That used to not be a feature, but now it is, and I kind of love that feature. Okay, so, and I can change the size of my font. So basically, you can change the font. You can say, I can make this bold. I cannot make it bold. I can italicize this. I can also decide whether this is a title, a heading, a subheading. See, that makes it tiny. The title's going to be the biggest. Now, if I come over here and I don't like the colors I'm working with, I'm going to change my theme. If your teacher allows it, you need to make sure your teacher allows changing of the theme. Well, this is the theme that we're using down here. There are other themes we can use that will change the font and change the look of your portfolio. We are working with impression, but maybe that's not the color for me, so I'm going to go with the green. I'm going to change that, but like I said before, I can also change the font in any arena. Okay, so I'm going to color this one blue. Okay, this blue works for me. But that doesn't mean that I have to have this image right here. I can upload an image for my background. So I'm going to go to my pictures and see what recent stuff I did. Let's see if this is a good banner. So like I can use this banner right here for my background, or I can use one of the images that they have. So they have ready-made images for me, and I can use that for my background. I am allowed to do that with every single section, but if I choose that maybe I just want this section to be a color, I can do that, or I can make it dark and then make this one right here lighter. I can make it white or gray, but I also have other options too. When I select image right here, I can go down here and I have these color options as well, including 4 more. So I can pick something like this, and that's what's going to come up. It'll automatically match the color to the background you've gotten. So if I go ahead and stay with the yellow, it will, well, I guess it stayed the same, or if I go with red, it's probably going to stay the same. But I'm going to stay with that blue. And then I don't need to add pages as of yet because all the pages are done for me. So if I click up here, CTE Course 1 is my goals and my artifacts. So describe a project, something like that. So you need to read to make sure that you know. Type your goals for the year, okay? CTE 2 is another page in this for goals. I don't need all these goals, so I'm not going to use those. Oh, this is for each course. I'm sorry. So you're only going to use one of these. If you want to get rid of some pages, you just simply come right here and you can delete a page. It's yours, so you can personalize however you want, but make sure you fall within the directions that your teacher has set for you. Okay, now I know you have to do extracurricular activities and a resume, and I'm pretty sure you have to use all these. So let's say I am uploading my resume. Okay, I'm on my resume page, so I'm going to click in the space, and then I'm going to go up here to insert. Once I've done that, I'm going to go, let's say my resume is in my drive. I'm going to go to my drive, and I'm going to go to my recents and look for my resume. I'm sorry, the internet is a little slow. Okay, so, and it's right here. I can click on it, and the insert button will pop up, and then it'll be inserted. Okay, so I can resize that however I want. I can make it just a tiny part, but I have to match the lines. I can move it over here. I can move it, I can put some text here, however you want to do it, okay? So once you've done that, like let's say we color this section this color. Okay, so this is my resume. Now, any document that I upload, I need to go to that document. So I just happen to have it ready and it's in my drive. Now, so that my professor can access my sharing settings, I need to open the sharing settings. So what I'm going to do, there's a blue box right here, and I have to do this with every single document I load if they come from my drive. So if you notice, it's restricted. So I can share with people in Garland ISD. I am going to make them just a viewer, okay, or I can make them a commenter. That means they can add comments. So if I change this, your teacher will tell you how they want it shared. Do not share it any other way but this way, but make sure you open the sharings for any document that you have uploaded into your portfolio. So once you've done that, now you can, like let's say I don't want this here, I can take it by these little dots over on the side and drag it up here. Oops, excuse me. I can move it up and it should lock into place. Now, these things down here, I can add collapsible text. So let's say my resume, and then I want to add some collapsible text. Please read carefully. Okay, so that's collapsible text. I can add a divider or a button. Now, basically a button is a link. So maybe I want to put my resume as a link. So I'm going to say resume, and then I'm going to go to my resume, and I'm going to get that sharing link that I just had. I'm going to copy it and go back, and I'm going to paste the link there and insert, and it'll appear as a button. So I can move this button up. I can make the button big, or I can make the button small. And basically what a button is, it's an active link. Now I can do a divider, a placeholder, a YouTube video. So let's just say that I made a YouTube video. I need to have the link for it. Let me go grab this. I don't know what this is, but that's okay. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to paste that YouTube link and then hit search. It should pop up right here. I'm going to click on it and then hit select, and it'll load into my document like that. So if you have videos or whatever that you have included, you can create a doc in here, you can make charts, you can do all that stuff. You can make an image carousel, which are pretty cool, and collapsible text, or you can change the layout. So once you've decided to do that and you want to see what it looks like, you're going to come up to this top right here and hit the preview. Once you hit the preview, it opens it up as your teacher will see it. So this right here, they can click on the arrow and make it full screen. Okay, so this is, as you can see, I have to request access. I open my sharing settings, but for some reason it's doing that, probably because it's me. But that's what it'll look like if you don't open those sharing settings. And there's the video, and you can play the video. I can preview it like this, I can preview it like this, or I can preview it as a large screen. Once I'm done previewing and I want to move on, then I'm going to go ahead and click the X. So this is the preview. Click the X to get out of preview. Okay, the last thing I need to show you is how to get a link for it. Now, if you notice, if you click on the link, it says you have to publish before you can get a link. Do not click on the person and share with others because your teacher does not want you to do that. So you're going to go ahead and publish it. Now, when you click the publish box, it's going to ask for a web address. Now, most teachers are making that web address your name, oopsie, and your ID number. So that is your web address. Oh, it's already taken because I just made another one, so I'm going to think of. So if it's already taken, then use your MPIN. Okay, and then I'm going to click publish, and it'll publish. Okay, every time I make changes to this, so let's say I go to the front page and excuse me, CTE1. Oops. Okay, so let's go, say I go here and I want to add like a picture of myself. Oh, excuse me, on the home page. And I want to add a picture. I'm going to go to my uploads and I'm going to look for my professional picture. Okay, so it gives me choices. I'm going to choose this one and I'm going to resize it by pulling on the arrows. So whenever I add something or I change anything in here, I need to republish, and it will let me show what I have and what is currently published and what it can publish to. Once I click on publish, it says your site is fully published. Anytime you make changes, make sure you publish so that your professor can see those. Once you have published, you notice now I can grab this link right here. I'm going to copy this link and I'm simply going to go back to my assignment. And if you notice, it's in student view. I'm going to do a new attempt because I've already been playing around with it. I basically put this here, I paste it here, and then I submit the assignment. The professor will then be able to look at my portfolio and grade it for me. So basically that's it, the ins and outs of Google Sites, but you more or less need to play with it and fit it towards your style or whatever you want to do. These up here are options. You can change the pages if your teacher allows, but you got to ask first. So like you can draw, like let's say I want this under the home page. You should be able to move this, and it's not moving because of course okay, there you go. So if you just want to change the order of your pages, it will change up here. You can also like come up here. Oops, that's the wrong thing. I am apologizing. I'm trying to go back to my, okay. You can come up here and add a logo. That's what I was looking for. So like you can upload, like let's say that's the logo I want. So my professional. Okay, and once I do that, I'm going to click forward. And this is the logo I want. And this logo will appear here. You can do the school logo or whatever you want. And I can select color to change it to match the logo. And once I do that, that logo will appear on every page. But don't forget to publish after you get done. So any changes you make, you have to publish. And once you do, you're good to go. If you have any questions or need more support with this, ask your teacher. They are very proficient on everything portfolios. Thank you for your attention.